Okay, copy
Yesterday, our leadership, along with a group of members from House Administration Committee and Government Reform Committee, sent a letter to the President urging him to reconsider his plan to hand over control of the 2010 census to political operatives in the White House. This unprecedented move by the President, I think, would undermine the goal of having a fair and accurate census count. My goodness, this is the census. All we're trying to do here is to count the number of Americans that we have. And I think it would also open the door to massive amounts of possible waste and fraud in terms of the $300 billion that's distributed around our country based on the census data that we pick up every 10 years. And I think the American people think that the census ought to be fair, impartial, and certainly free of politics. And I think they expect us to make sure that the money that we're distributing to the states is done fairly and does not involve a lot of waste and fraud in terms of how this money is spent. And so I think if this process continues to be controlled by the White House, we're opening the door to politicize the census and to shift billions of dollars, tens of billions of dollars around to states based on inaccurate data. I believe that really would lead to a giant waste of taxpayer funds.
Thank you, Leader. I joined in that letter yesterday because I was shocked when I learned that Rahm Emanuel was going to, in fact, direct what is otherwise an independent agency underneath a confirmed independent agent or semi-independent agency. As most of you know, Article 1 of the Constitution are the powers of Congress. Included in that is the requirement to conduct a census. Therefore, by definition, we want to make it clear, we give to the executive branch and the Commerce Department the requirement to administer this constitutional duty belonging to the Congress. By no means is there any basis, any legal or constitutional basis for the President to direct the census. We've had previous census directors make it very clear that although they briefed presidents, back to Reagan, they never, in fact, reported to the President nor thought they did. Briefly, for the past 4 censuses, we've had an independent confirmed director who has been administratively underneath the Department of Commerce. Commerce has shown that it can do its job of overseeing and providing the support to that effort. As you know, it's an incredibly important one, but it's also an expensive one. It's one in which we hire huge amounts of people to enumerate, not estimate, how many people are in America in 2010. So I would hope that as you look at this, you realize how unprecedented this is and how important it is. As the leader said, we in fact were shocked to find out that government money was going to be spent at the direction of the President for something which by definition must be fair, accurate, and above politics. So I hope that all of you will recognize that. I also would ask you to take note after we clear out of Rahm Emanuel's own quote, because I think it casts real doubt on how in the world of all the people an unconfirmed appointee of the President could have in fact been selected to be the direct report after this statement, which was widely published. With that, others will speak and then we'll take your questions.
I'm Dan Lunger. I'm the ranking Republican on House Administration, also serve on Judiciary, 2 of the committees that have responsibility for this.